Have you ever looked at your neurotypical wife when she's upset and thought, I know she's emotional right now, but I have no idea what she actually feels or wants from me. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do based on how she feels. Okay, if so, you're not alone. I would say all men on the autism spectrum experience some degree of alexithymia, which is a real neurological difference that makes it hard to recognize and label emotions both in yourself and others. But here's the good news. You can learn to understand your wife's feelings even if emotions feel like a foreign language. And so today I'm going to show you how. Alexithymia isn't a flaw in your character, and it's not that you don't care, even though you've probably been accused of that. It's that your brain doesn't automatically translate emotional signals the way your neurotypical wife's brain does. Let's imagine everyone around you is listening to a song on the radio, and you can only hear the bass line. You know there's more going on, but the melody just isn't coming through. That's what emotional communication can feel like for autistic men. So first, drop the guilt. This is about building a bridge, not blaming yourself. Your neurotypical wife probably craves something you find confusing. That would be emotional connection. Eye contact, empathy, warmth, validation, and so on. She doesn't just want problems solved. She wants to feel understood. So when she says things like, well, you don't care, or you never open up, or I feel alone even when we're together, what she's really saying is, I need to feel safe with you emotionally. You can't give that if you don't understand what she's feeling. And that's where your self-training begins. Step 1, observe before you interpret. Start collecting data, not emotions. You might not feel what she feels, but you can observe clues. Ask yourself, what's her tone of voice right now? Soft, tense, loud? What's her body language? Closed off, teary, frustrated? What's the context? Did something stressful happen today? So you're going to keep a small mental database. You'll start seeing patterns. When she's overwhelmed, she gets quiet. When she's hurt, she withdraws. When she's angry, her voice speeds up. You don't have to feel what she feels to recognize the pattern. Step 2, use reflective questions. Instead of trying to guess emotions, ask gently. Here are some phrases that work. You seem upset, is that right? Or, something feels off between us. Can you help me understand what you're feeling? Or, I can tell this matters to you. I want to get it right. Can you tell me what's happening inside? You're not expected to read her mind, but showing curiosity tells her you care. Then reflect back what you hear. Oh, okay. So if I understand correctly, you're feeling lonely because I've been quiet lately. Or, okay, if I hear you right, you're saying that you feel unimportant when I focus on my hobbies instead of us. Even if your tone is calm and factual, that reflection tells her he's listening. Number 3, translate feelings into facts. If emotions confuse you, translate them into observable facts, which is your comfort zone. Let's say she says, well, you never care how I feel. Okay, instead of reacting defensively, try decoding. She's saying she feels unseen, or she wants reassurance right now. Now respond factually and relationally. You can say, you know what, you're right. I've been distracted. I do care. I just didn't express it. Now, this approach grounds emotional conversations in logic without losing compassion. Step 4, build an emotional vocabulary. Pick a feeling chart. Seriously. It's like learning a new language. Start naming your own sensations. I'm tense. I'm tired. I'm embarrassed. And over time, those words will connect to emotional awareness. And you want that. The better you know your emotions, the better you'll read hers. You might even tell her, you know what, I'm working on naming emotions. Can you help me sometimes? That's you being vulnerable, and that vulnerability builds trust. Now, understanding your wife's feelings isn't about becoming someone else. It's about learning empathy through observation and curiosity. You don't have to feel everything to connect deeply. You just have to care enough to learn. And that effort, the quiet, steady effort, speaks louder than any grand emotional gesture. So if this video helped you, share it with somebody else that you know who is on the autism spectrum and going through the same problems. And remember, empathy isn't about guessing emotions. It's about caring enough to stay curious. I have an ASD men's Masterclass, 6 weeks long, 1 hour a week, where you will learn social skills and cultivate some emotional literacy in the context of your neurodiverse marriage. The link will be in the description area and also pinned in the comments section. If you are in a neurodiverse marriage where one spouse is autistic and the other one is not, and you've been struggling for years and years, and you're kind of sick and tired of the routine, talk to me. Use me as your personal coach. I have groups,
and I keep these groups small so that you can get a lot of one-on-one attention. I have 3 Q&A groups, one for ASD husbands, one for neurotypical wives, and I have a couples group where both spouses can attend. I also have 2 instructional groups, Cassandra Syndrome Recovery Group to help you cultivate some strategies to recover from years of emotional deprivation, and the Men's Masterclass, in which we take a deep dive on developing social skills and emotional literacy in the context of the neurodiverse marriage.
Would you like to schedule a paid private coaching session? This will be in the form of a face-to-face Zoom call. Underneath any of my videos, you'll see this Calendly link. If you click on that link, it'll open up my calendar. You can pick the available days and times that works for your schedule. You'll get a follow-up email immediately after purchasing a session that will have the Zoom link that coincides with the day and time that you picked. I will get an email too that you scheduled a session, and I will be available on that exact day and time, and we will talk. I look forward to working with you.